So today's video is about choosing a trainer for you. We're going to go through 5 points about what to look out for, things to keep in mind of when you're choosing someone to help you and your dog. I'm Madly and this is
Charles. So to cut it all just into short, what Madly just said there, we've got 5 points that we want to share with you on how to choose a trainer. Now, if you haven't done so yet, please put the like button, subscribe to our channel and wait for our new videos to come. And then at the end of this video, I've got a little bit of a interesting fact that I want to share with you. And what I want to do is I want to share with you who the best trainer is currently or that's available. Who's the best trainer? So please watch this video and at the end I'm going to tell you who the best trainer is.
And then if you are not following us on social media, please look us up. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, even now on TikTok. Charles is doing the TikTok thing with some nice little videos there. So go check it out.
All right, let's jump into it. 5 points, and what we're going to do is the first point we're going to start off with, and we have done this in previous videos that we have said this so many times, and here it is. You need to first train yourself. You have to do homework on what you want to do with your dog and what training and training style or what the outcome of your training needs to be. So you need to better yourself by knowledge of where you want to go to.
Yes, otherwise it's really difficult to know if you're at the right place. Is the trainer on the right track that you want to go? If you have just got no idea where you're going and you're just accepting everything at face value, I mean, that is very, very difficult because you could be on a completely wrong track and you don't even know it. And then you've put 6 months of work or time spent with a specific trainer and it's just not, you realize it's just not for you.
So it's basically the same as you driving to a trainer's establishment or house, or a trainer comes to you to help to train your dog. It is very interesting that a lot of times that people would want to do protection work and then get somebody that is not good with protection work. They rather do tracking or detection or fly ball or whatever it is. But you need to know what is the forte of that specific trainer.
Hopefully they do have a forte.
Yeah, hopefully they do have a forte.
or something they enjoy.
Or they know everything. So we mustn't forget this. All right, point number 2.
Choose a trainer for what you want to do. So if you, Charles just touched that just now, like if you want to do agility, go to an agility school and someone that's good in agility, that's proven in it, that can show you results, know where they're going, have a plan, those kind of things. So don't go to a scent train, someone that loves doing scent work, and then be disappointed if your protection work is not up to scratch. Go to someone then that is really good with their protection work if that is what you want to do.
Yeah, and then I think also we can go directly into point 3 over here, and that is what I've written down here is theory versus practical. Now, what does it mean, theory, or not versus, but theory to practical, I could say. A lot of guys know the theory, and they can explain something to you, but can they take that theory and put it into practical? So if I have to theoretically explain to you how you get a dog to jump over a jump, I need to show you with my dog or with dogs that I've trained for other people how to get the dog to jump over a jump. Otherwise, theory and not be able to put it into practical, there is a problem. And this is the kind of problem that you have to watch out for, because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of trainers out there that can tell you the theory, but they can't put this into practical. And that is that's not going to get to you where you want to.
They do stuff, but they don't know why they're doing it.
That's also another thing. Yeah. That's another part of it. It's like they'll be able to say to you, that's the way I was taught. Or this is the way we do it.
It's the way it is.
It's the way it is. It's not. There needs to be a theoretical and a practical proof of what they are talking about. Because if somebody doesn't know why they're doing something, there's a problem. Because if a problem occurs, how are they going to fix it if they don't know what they are doing? It's like buying a car and there's this big black box in the engine, and you ask the guy who developed the car, and what is this black box for? And he says to you, I don't know. I don't know. It's just there.
Is how it's supposed to be.
How much is it? Well, I don't know. It's supposed to be like that. Right. If this damn thing breaks, is my car going to go? It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't buy that car because of the guy who built this car doesn't even know what that black box is. So all of a sudden, if somebody comes to you and they say, I don't know, this is the way I was taught, or that's the way we do things, and they cannot explain it, theory, and put it into practical, there's a hole in that boat. That boat's going to sink. It's not going to last long. So be very careful of that. Make sure that the trainer you choose knows the theory and can put it into practical, and therefore proof what they are doing. And at the same time, I think you also need to ask questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that come to us, and they like been with people for 2-3 months, and then like now they don't like what the person is doing. But if you ask them, well, have you asked them why they're doing it? What's the plan with your dog, or where are they going? They're like, no, they don't know. They don't even bother asking. So
yeah,
you know, you have to ask questions. If something doesn't look right to you, or you've got that feeling that it's just not right, why don't you ask?
Yeah. It's like if you're going in for a appendix operation or an operation in your stomach, and the doctor starts explaining to you that we're going to drill a hole right over here, put a pipe in that's going to come through your nose into a... At this time, I've got like 1,000 questions, because what you want to be operating on is down here. Why you want to go through my head? We need to ask these questions, not just take it like, you're the trainer, you know. And then like Marley says, 3 months later, oh, now all of a sudden there's a problem. And it's also with new people, with new trainers out there. You might be a new trainer that doesn't have all this experience, because obviously you're going to look for somebody that's got experience and the right experience. A mentor of ours uses the words, he says 30 years of bad training stays 30 years of bad training. So now you've got a new fresh trainer, all right, and this new fresh trainer has worked up and basically has got him or herself as a training facility, and for instance coming to your house, they've got their dog to prove that what they can do. When they talk to you, they're putting theory and practical together. They can prove to you. They might only be working 6 months, but they know 6 months more than you, and it was 6 months of good training, and they can prove it. So also this is also give those people a chance as a trainer, because it doesn't say because they're a new trainer that they don't know anything, but it's how they bring the information through to you and what they know and how they can prove it.
And how they take the information over to the dog.
Oh yeah, and obviously that is the most important.
Point number 4 is ethical training. What we mean by that is not necessarily positive only training. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying ethical training, like just be fair to the dog. Use reward-based training. That I always tell people, if your dog is not excited to go to training, you've got a problem, because usually the dogs, they know your routine. They know when you go to training and all those kind of stuff. So when you start packing and you're getting the collars out, they should be excited to go. And like people tell me, when they turn off the road there, it's like the dog knows they're near. Yeah, the dog sits up and the dog's excited because we are training, because it's supposed to be fun. And the trainer is supposed to be able to take the information over to the dog in a way that the dog understands and also enjoys what he's doing. So that is important. That old methods of
yank and
crank, like it's all set and it's up, and there's absolutely no reward for the dog except love. That it's detrimental. It's detrimental to the dogs, and you can see it in the training. The dogs sit there like that, and they're yanking them, and the downs, they have to get them down like that, and it's really horrible. Imagine someone was teaching you like that in school.
I've like seen people at these classes, and I've spoken to people that come from these classes, and they said they don't enjoy watching this. The dogs had to be pulled around and ganked and cranked. And then if the dog does it, oh, we give it love.
No,
I treat the dog with love. Now, I don't think you will work for love and attention and a handshake every month. You need something more than that. And if it doesn't feel good to you and it feels like somebody, my dog is it's like abusing my dog, because that is what it is. It borderlines abuse. Then you should start asking these questions, like, why are you doing this? Isn't there a better? And I guarantee you those kind of people is going to say to you, this is the way I was taught, or this is how it is. Because they do not have, if they had the just theory and the knowledge for a better way, they would have been using that, and they would have been answering it and saying, listen, how can you not use positive reinforcement when the dog sits for the first time or the second time? How can you not use that? How can you not know something like classical and operant conditioning as a trainer? If they don't know this or that, so there's problems. So with ethical training, guys, watch out. There is a lot of people out there that's trainers that don't believe. That brings me down to get this story. So there was this husky who got called out. This dog that's going for training lessons.
This was like years ago.
Yeah, years ago. Well, it was years ago. So this dog gets trained by a person, but they don't use any food or toy reward. It was just all love and attention. So this dog didn't want to go down. He doesn't want to do the down. So obviously when I got there, asked the lady not to feed the dog. No, I don't feed my dogs get fed. But when we got there, the bowls of food were standing there. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The bowls are standing there. All right, then I took this husky outside and I started working with it. It was pieces of nice, I think it was meat or whatever it is, was nice. And after like a hell of a struggle, because this dog now, what I've realized with all this yanking and cranking, had such a mental block to that word down. It really was fighting not to do it. I eventually took the collar off the dog and I just lured her down with food, and I got the dog to go down, and it was lying down. I got the dog to lie down. So owner of the dog on the phone speaks to her trainer and says to the trainer, oh, we got Fido to go down, and oh, it was so nice. And the trainer's words was, it's just a pity that he needed to use food.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
They struggled for how long to get this dog down in their yanking crank, and it was 2 years old, and the trainer would say a statement, it's a pity they had to use food. I do not want to swear on this video, and I don't think I am going to, but I think you will realize what that statement is and what idiotical statement that is after you've succeeded in something by using food. So be careful of those kind of people. Be careful of people that's not open. And don't run away when a trainer says to you, I don't know. We can't know everything about dog training. So when a trainer says to you, I don't know, he needs to go and find out. Next week or next day he comes back to you and says, listen, Mandy, I found out what you were asking me and I did some research and I've got it and here it is. Both learned. That you can learn from a person like that, because it's impossible to know everything about dogs. It's somebody lying to you if they say that you cannot teach them anything about dogs.
And you get them.
Oh, you get them. You do get them.
Yeah.
Really, you get them. All right. Now,
point number 5.
And this is like a watch out for.
Yeah, Charles wrote down some things that he thinks you should watch out for, some pointers.
So the new latest craze out there is people that can train your dog in 3 weeks. We can train your dog in 3 weeks.
I read a week now on Facebook, like 2 weeks ago. I read they can do it for you in a week.
A week.
But we're not talking about people that take your dog in for 3 weeks to try and work on a behavior problem. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people telling you they can fully train your dog
in 3 weeks.
It's insane, people. Really.
People, I want to tell you something straight out. Do not believe these guys. They are talking shit. You cannot train a dog in 3 weeks. Most of the behavior problems that we get in usually takes us a month to start shaping, and then the owners of that dog have to continue. So we just break the ice, we just get over that situation, and then we send the dog back to us, and they have to keep up with this type of training. And there's very little we can do, because the dog will listen to us, but it needs to listen to the owner, so the owner needs to keep up with us. We're not talking about that. We're talking about people, like Mali says, there is no such thing as training a dog in 6 weeks or 1 week or some shit. It takes years
to fully train a dog. I mean, it's insane. These people are stealing your money, and they're using some quick way to get the dog to bite, because it's usually the bite work. That is what we see a lot, especially in South Africa, is that you send your dog away for a month and they like fully train it for personal protection. It's like, that is so ridiculous. You must know that your dog is either being forced to do it, or is doing it really,
not going to do it.
Really
force it or whatever. You can't do it. I mean, if you take, for instance, we start off at 6 weeks with our pups. They go through a progression, and the age of about 14 to 16 months, we get them onto where they can bite maybe a suit, and even that is a bit early, but yes, we get them to bite a suit. And these dogs only go to their homes between 2.5 and 3 years of age. So from 6 weeks to that's how long we take to train a dog, so that he can have his foundation work, all his training. It just doesn't happen in 3 weeks. It just doesn't happen. Or we're idiots, and we're barking up the wrong tree, but I've never seen this anywhere in the world being done, but there are these people that say that they can do that. So the other one, what do you want to say?
I don't know if it's on your list.
Go for it.
No, the other one we see a lot is I had a discussion with one of our clients now the other day about a 7-month-old. They saw videos, and this dog is already like jumping out of the car, biting the suit, whatever. And I'm like, oh no, that's fantastic. I think that's fantastic for them, but I don't want to do that, because my dog he's just a puppy. He doesn't even have proper grip yet. We're still building grip. We're teaching foundation skills on how to bite and biting mechanics. And well, congratulations that you've got your 7-month-old on the suit doing scenarios. I'm sure it's going to work out great for you. It's like taking a grade 1 student and teaching it matric mathematics, and then say, oh, at 2 it's burned out, or at 2 it looks really, really bad. And then or maybe it's also got to do with that, like, people don't realize, they see bite work and then they think any bite work is good. If the dog bites, it's good, and it's not. If you really, really go and look at those videos, I mean, those dogs are like biting with front teeth, and they're shaking and moaning, and it's really, really horrible. And they still, I mean, those teeth are not even nicely set, and they're putting all the pressure on this young little mind, and then it's just not. You'll never, on that way, you'll never have a great dog. Because great dogs take time, and they take proper foundation, going through stuff that mentally they can handle. And then the scenarios and all the fancy stuff is going to come. When they're from 18 months to 2 years, we do lots of scenarios, but then the dogs love doing it. And now I don't have to care about how the dog bites, because I've already spent a year on that, and that now to him is habit, and now we're working on the fun stuff. But you can't rush it. Like we've said this before, we send our kids to school for 18 years, and you expect your dog to be able to do it in a few months, and it doesn't work like that.
So also brings me to a point that you have to be scared, but you need to be like aware of. It's like, I've got a problem with my dog, or you have the problem with your dog, and I say to you, well, you know what, my mother's colleague, her daughter's boyfriend's cousin is a dog trainer, and he's fantastic. Well, have you seen him train a dog? No, but I hear he's fantastic. Or
a real dog whisperer.
A real dog. A real dog whisperer. Or the other one is, I'm on Facebook. I'm looking for a dog trainer. Go to so and so. They're fantastic. They are the best. Just because your Facebook friend, who you actually never met in your life, tells you that that is the best, who makes that dog trainer the best? Just because they had one pleasant day with him, who makes them the best? You need to go and do your homework about really who is the best. The people who's out there, maybe people that can show you in their dogs. Those are the kind of guys that you want to go look for. But this thing about like he's the best or she's the best, you really have to like be careful of just because somebody tells you that they are, doesn't make them the best. That is something that we have to like look out for.
Always go look for yourself.
Yeah. And the other one is a guy that, or a lady trainer that knows your dog's name before they know your name. That is important. They have to take in consideration what kind of dog you have, know that breed, see how to work with that dog, because not every dog is the same. You don't want a trainer that generalizes. So every dog we're going to do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It doesn't work that way. Every dog is unique and every dog learns differently, and that trainer needs to figure out what it is that makes that dog tick, or what he likes or she likes, and they have to go with it. So you need to look for somebody that's got knowledge of the behavior of your dog and how it needs to be trained.
Proven in the field that you are wanting to train your dog in. I think we get this a lot because of the PSA club. Like, people will come to us, no, I want to teach my dog business. I say, yeah, but this is a PSA club. We train sport and we train to compete in the specific scenarios and the specific obedience. Like, I can help you like on another day with these kind of stuff, but if you want to come to the PSA club, we're going to do PSA. So if you want, like I said before, if you want to do agility, go to the agility people. If you want to do IGP, then you go to the IGP people. If you want to do PSA, you go to the PSA
people.
Because they train that, they know how to prepare your dog for those sports. They live it, they breathe it. That's just the way it is. So make sure you're at the right place for where you want to go.
Don't want to go buy a Toyota at a BMW car dealer. It's the same thing. All right, and then big thing is are you enjoying that specific person? Are you enjoying going there? Does your dog enjoy going there? Are you having fun with that person?
That can also just be a personal thing. I mean, it's no offense. Some people don't like each other, and it's okay. You know, you need to go somewhere where you feel comfortable, where you enjoy the people, where you can spend, like we said, it's not a few months, it's really a long period of time, where you can spend months and months training your dog and be excited to go to training. So if you and the trainer like have a personality clash or don't get along, like, go find someone else.
Yeah. And
don't
I think
torture yourself.
This is about the time where I want to like reveal the secret to you people on who the best trainers are. Who do you think is the best trainer? Besides
I don't
you?
think there's a best trainer.
There is no best trainer. I'm going to lay it on the line for you. There is no best trainer. It's like asking what's your favorite beer or your favorite cool drink or your favorite color. First of all is you need to look for what you want to get out of your dog and what you want to do with your dog. Then you need to go and do the research of who of those trainers are there that's successful. This might be a bunch of people. Like Marley says, just because you have a personality clash with trainer A doesn't make him a bad trainer. It's just that you've got a personality clash, and go to trainer B, because trainer B might be the person that you get along with better. And in your eyes, when he achieves something with your dog, he is going to be the best trainer. All right? For you, he's the best trainer. But for her, she might find number A is the best trainer for her because there was personality that attracted to each other. They liked the way they trained. All these things fell into place. So you need to be like really like open-minded over here, and to get to the thing, there is no best trainer. Each trainer has got something unique that he can bring to the party with you and your dog. And also, obviously, you're going to make him the best trainer by doing and working with him and learning with your dog and creating something that you wanted and having fun at the same time. So this will make that person the best trainer, but there's going to be a lot of best trainers out there. So don't go on just because I say he's the best trainer doesn't make him the best trainer. You have to look at a lot of other
have to look
aspects.
for someone that's right for you
Yeah.
and your dog. And I think one thing we did forget to say is don't choose someone because of convenience.
We said that about dog schools as well, remember? Just because it's 5 minutes down the line around here doesn't make him...
We're saying this because this is what when I think since we've started this channel, we've had lots of people contacting us being a little bit upset about where they are, where they were going, or maybe they realized some things. But a lot what we hear is, yes, but he's just down the road. Like, okay, well, I don't know what you want us to say. He's just down the road.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Because you suppose if you go through all these points, and all these points that we actually brought up is quite simple.
So
if you sit and think about it, you could have thought of these things out for
he's
yourself.
Just down the road, just let him abuse my dog.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you're not getting somewhere and you're hitting your head against the wall, sometimes you're going to have to realize this is not going where I want to go. Don't be angry with the trainer now. Be angry with yourself because you should have pulled the plug a long time ago. As a matter of fact, you should have done your homework a long time ago so that you could have hit it 10 out of 10 when you started off with the right trainer.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's
Right.
about it.
That's about it, she says. All right, so subscribe, please like this, and then if there's points that you'd like to bring up, things that a bad experience that you might have had with trainers that we didn't mention here that we have to look out for, or that the listeners or viewers have to look out for, please put it in the comment section below so that everybody can see this. And remember to like and subscribe.
You've said that now.
Yeah, but on YouTube they say you must say it regularly so that the people can do that, otherwise they forget. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.
Yes.